This video matter that may be offensive and disturbing to some people. If you are the type to require a warning throughout a video or show, let this message serve as your warning. This channel discusses the harsh reality of true crime. If this warning is not sufficient for you, consider a different genre and unsubscribe from my channel immediately. What's going on, freaks? Yep, we've covered this case before. This is the one that Elizabeth Barraza, she was having a garage sale. You know, she's really into Star Wars, all that kind of crap. And then a car pulled up, and a guy got out. I think it was a guy dressed up as a woman. I'm 100% sure it was a guy. Nobody can convince me that was a woman whatsoever. So it was a guy, and he went out, walked over to her, shot her 3 times, basically in the upper part of the body. She fell to the ground. Then he walked over, and I'm going to say he walked over, aimed the gun right at her head, and pulled the trigger. And that moment alone always made me realize that's definitely a guy. The motion over there to do the kill shot, you know, it was just really obvious. Okay. So, there's new footage that they released, believe it or not, which I believe there's really no reason they couldn't have released it a lot earlier, yet again. It was from the actual Ring camera of their house, you know, Elizabeth Barraza's house, okay? And it shows the vehicle and has audio. So we're going to go over a whole bunch of stuff because I've noticed a lot of different stuff here. It's crazy. All right, so I'm gonna switch it over. Let me I made 3 different edits. Hey, thanks Brian Joe. I made 3 different edits here, and they all sort of serve a different purpose, and then we'll go back over it. And I noticed something else, and then also there's audio that was released with this, and I believe it's audio from the actual camera itself. It's not like it was you know, this isn't audio that has extra sound from a room that somebody recorded it in, okay? Because it was released by, I think, the police. Thanks, Brian Joe and Indigo. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn off the just for the sake of what are we on here? Well, my next screen won't have it anyways. Thank you. Oops. Anyways, thanks Indigo Eyes and Brian Joe. So if you send a super chat, oh, it's no big deal, Brian Joe. If you send a super chat right now, it won't make any sound. Okay? So I have it set up that way. Hey, look at super chats trump any audio, okay? Although when I'm going over audio, then it's hard to do. But anyways, there's audio in the background here that you can't really hear it really well, and it's weird because when you look at this file, I'll show you guys later, there's a whole segment where it's 0, but it isn't really, okay? So let me play you the new footage that I've edited and put together using the footage from before, and actually found this new, it was distorted because somebody filmed a screen in the original one that I have anyways, and I was able to, in Adobe Premiere, take the corners of it and stretch them out so that it's actually the right perspective, not having it like a trapezoid shape, okay? There we go. It's crazy. That was on the video. So look, there's a little running machine there, you know, for sale. That's the killer's car, by the way, driving by. And then it turns around. And yes, this is still video. I mean, how creepy is that right there? You can actually hear the guy talking to her, so it's a male's voice. And there went the vehicle. So now I've got 4 different edits here. So it's starting over again. Interesting. You could actually see, hold on, let me go back a little bit. Right there on the glass right here, you can see the lights before it's even there. Watch. Watch right here. See? And then, so you can see it quite a bit further down because of that angle. It shoots out like that. This is all synced up with the time now. Okay, so this is exactly the same. The same audio is being played underneath it. And the way I synced it up was just like a clapboard. I found the flash of the kill shot, you know, the 4th shot. And then I lined it up with the audio of the 4th shot. And now everything lines up perfectly. And it's weird to hear the audio on this one. See, she even says good morning. She says, good morning. When the car pulls up. There's the vehicle, killer vehicle. This one I'm zooming in a little bit more because I put it side by side. You'll see in a second. Right as the car pulls up, I put both on the screen. Good morning, she said. These are just different looks that I put together so you can see the timing. And again, you can see the reflection at that 45-degree angle out, so the car was probably about back here. I think in this one I edited it back and forth. All right, well that was the 4 different clips that I put together. That last one, let me try to do something else. Hold on a second. So now I'll show you the whole thing that when I tracked him with the camera. All right, starts about right there. I think this is my main element, is working with surveillance footage and stuff like that. I've even done it professionally, but you know, when we have video to do on the channel, it's always, I can do more interesting things, you know, with it than you see on the news. They don't do shit. I mean, the news just throws out the clip and circles something and calls it a day. All right, here is, hey, thanks Chrissy and One Sly Angel. So now you can see this person looks, it's definitely a guy. I'll tell you where you know it's a guy. Watch the movement on the kill shot. Watch the, I'm sure there's a much clearer version out there. But that's a guy. Guys, a woman wouldn't do something like that. That, especially looking like that, just coldly, boom, right? Yeah, you can make out what's going on. I'm sure law enforcement has. I mean, this is a pretty clear version for being something that somebody recorded somebody else's. It was actually recorded with a camera off of somebody else's screen. Hey, thank you, Mag. Okay, so let me show you guys something I found interesting here. I mean, this whole thing is interesting. There's two things I wanted to try to look at a little bit more. The audio specifically. All right. So let me open up this. I've got Audacity here that I use. I know there's higher end ones, but this one seems to do the trick. And I even have the higher end ones. I just use this one because it's easy and very simple to use. Let's see. I've got audio in here. Where the hell is that? Okay, I think that might be it. Yeah, that's it. All right, so look at the audio right there. So there's certain times where you see little tiny, can you guys make that out on the screen there? I mean, you can see these little areas where there's some audio, then there's nothing, right? But watch this. Check this thing out. I'm going to put 425 in there, and then, oh, shit. Where it looked like there was nothing. See, most people wouldn't even try that spot, right? But I'm just saying there is something there. So now we can listen to it as well. Let me boost up this whole thing here. I'm going to do, maybe put it like 35. All right. Let me, actually, I'll make this part here, maybe, do 20. Then this here, make that like 30. Let's see, 30. Is that? Yeah, it needs to be more. Right there, and then that part probably doesn't matter as much. That's probably the door shutting on the car, that little click, and then that's probably the engine gunning away. All right, so I'll make that louder just so we can see. But alright, so what I'll do is I'll save this out as another file. Let's call it a second version. And then I'll put that back underneath. Maybe, let's see, probably this one here. I'll take the audio out there. Save what I'm doing here. Sorry if this is boring for you guys, but if you're on this channel, we actually work through shit. Okay. If you're the people that get bored easily, you probably won't like it. Alright. But if you like the channel, hit the subscribe button. If not, who cares? Where is it? It's, oh, I have to file, export, MP3. Oh, I saved that in the wrong spot. Just a second. See, it's going to take just a second, but I'm going to put that file below the other one and see what we can hear. All right, so it'll replace the audio, but it won't. Everything will be timed up exactly the same. All right. There it is, and I'm going to load it, put it right below here, like that. And now let's play it. Let's see what happens. Sounds like she's like using like a stick, a thing that stamps on tags or something. Hey, thanks Krabby Patty and Alley Cake and Mag up there. Missed that. I particularly want to listen to, I think you can actually hear the guy's voice talking, believe it or not. And you can hear her say, good morning in a second. And no, that's not EVP. Don't watch. These morons will listen to this and go, "Oh, look at that! It's a ghost! It's saying it's not." Okay, it's just ambient audio that I boosted up and it makes weird sounds. Okay. Okay, can you guys hear that? The good morning. Did anybody not hear that? Well, listen to it again. Listen. So you can hear his voice there. Not well, but you can tell it's a man's voice. Well, listen. Now, here's another thing that I noticed. If law enforcement has a clear audio here, a clear video, what they could probably do is, there's a moment right here, I don't know if you guys know that, but it's the same thing as that mirror that was in the foyer a moment ago. Watch this. I just saw this right before I came on, so I haven't done anything with it, but if they have a clearer version, it might have some information that they could use. So hold on. That's going to be right up in that top, right there. There's a mirror there, and you can actually see the guy pull up. And there's action, even the firing and everything. Okay, so let's just see what that does. So if they have a clear version, it might have some information on it. I don't know. But just watch right there. There's like the reflection, perfect angle, 45 degree, maybe not 40, but it's the angle works exactly to the driveway. So that's her moving around doing stuff. Yeah, I didn't bring over the audio. Hold on a second. So now we'll listen to that part again. So that's him standing there. See? That was actually, you can see that that right there, that's what moved over again and made the fourth shot. Watch. See? That, whatever this is right there, is the shooter, because, see? And then, boom, and then they take off, right? So I don't know if they have like a way clear video of that. Maybe they can get some extra information on it. I don't know. I think it's going to be probably too blurry, because it's not only the distance to that window, and then you have to also add the distance to him again, because it's a reflection. Yeah, there's definitely, that's how I lined it all up, with the flash of the gun. Okay, when you zoom in, use the zoom in version right here. Let me. See, you can actually see the On this shot, you can see the flash of the gun. Watch. Oh, that's not lined up. That's not lined up the same as this one. Hold on a second. Okay, yeah, that one's... I'd have to grab one of these other ones I've already done to make it work. So, hold on one second. Let me grab that. Put that over here. Zoom in. Get rid of these other three. Pull that back. Oh, there we go. So it's a little off the end there. I was lining up the end. Okay, here we go. See, even the way the guy runs is like how a guy runs. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. And then you do see the car pulling away at the end. There's also other footage. There's another video out there, but you can't get much clearer than the still shot. This is the car pulling in. I think I made a map of it at one point. Let me open up Google Earth there for a second. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to have the audio. You can definitely hear his voice. I wonder if they have been able to... I mean, I don't know. I think we're getting the original audio there. I think they just gave us the same clip. But maybe they have a better version of it. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me update this one here. File. For some reason, it exported as a mono file. So I wonder if we're missing any information. Well, let's watch the one again where it has the enhanced audio on it, or louder at least. It's not really enhanced, just louder. Yeah, and you can see that. So I wonder why it's driving like that with that sort of, you know, it's not, it's crazy. Oh, cool, RS, thank you. What do you mean disturbing content for views? What are you talking about? Jesus. I'm just showing you the actual, we've been going over this case for a long time, RS. Are you okay, buddy? Or did you cry after watching a little bit of it? What a joke. Jesus. For views. Yeah, well, to be honest with you, most people make their videos because they want people to watch, right? But I'm doing this because it just came out and I'm showing you guys what I observed. And if people like this one more than some other videos that I do, hey, wow, that's great. But tonight or whatever, I'll be going right back to the same crap that a lot of you don't like. Okay, the cold cases. All right. I don't know if you reported it or not. I don't give a shit. Yo, I don't know if you guys can hear me or not, but my Adobe Premiere thing caused that freeze again. I don't know if there's a driver screw up or what's going on with that, but it just had bad timing. So I am here. I didn't lose, you know. It wasn't something nefarious. It's just that stupid Adobe Premiere driver issue that I've had a few times on the air, and then I have to reboot and then quickly join again. So hold on a second. I've got to get crap working. But hopefully you guys can hear me. So, anyways, yeah, I don't do these things. I mean, I know that people will be more, interested in it, so they'll watch it, but it's just because it's interesting to me. People like these kinds of things. I'm not doing it though. I got to do it for views. I just saw this thing, and it's interesting. So if you find it interesting, cool. If you don't, then it's not interesting to you. All right. So I think we were right here playing this. Except you gotta get to the right screen. Hold on. Oh, weird. It didn't save what I had, so then I have to go get that file this second. The MP3, put it in there. That goes right in there. See, I can actually hear the voice and kind of what it sounds like a little bit. I don't know if you guys can, but listen. And you can actually see him running away back up in that mirror right there. So I don't know if you guys remember, this is back in 2019. She was just setting up a garage sale. Her and her friends, or her and her husband even, and she's part of these, Star Wars clubs. There's really no explanation. They can't really find a motive at this point. So it's a weird case. Really weird one. You guys can hear me, right? Yeah. So is there anything you guys want to take a look at? I was showing you guys, there is a photo out there of the car pulling around. Oh, that's right. I was opening up Google Earth. Let's see. Let's try that. All right. I might even just, because at first I was calling it garage so I would remember. There it is. All right, so here we go. This is the area on the map here. Hopefully it'll work. There we go. So this is the house right here that she was standing at. So that means the car drove by like this. See, here's the deal. There's another surveillance footage camera shot. I'll show you here in a second. It's this one. So this one right there is, well, take a look. I'll show you exactly what we're looking at right there. If we go like that, now see how the street curves around right there? That's what's going on right here. So that car is taking a left, or yeah, a right, actually, not a left. Taking a right there, and drives by the house, checking. Then it turns around. I don't know where, we don't know where it turns around. Maybe the police do. Turns around, and drives by like this, and then probably right here turns around like this, drives by. Actually, hold on, it goes like this. Yeah, and then right here it stops. So here's what it did. It made this turn right here, drove by like this. That's what we see originally on the camera, because this is the angle of the surveillance camera at her house. So I made a mistake a second ago. So it drives by like this. Then over here, it probably right there, it kind of turns around. And then it pulls over about right here. It was weird because it looked like it was in the middle of the street, but parks about right here, I would imagine. And then, well, no, about right here, because it's right next to the house. So right there, walks straight across right over here, and then the shooting took place just right there in the yard. So if we go down the street view here, yeah, it's that one. So this is her driveway right there. And that camera must have been right up in there. And then across the street. So let's see. Okay, so there's a tree in the middle of the yard. Let's make sure. Yeah, there it is. That's that tree in the middle of the yard. Okay, so they park. I don't know what's going on, man. I know it's Adobe Premiere, though. It doesn't happen at all during the day because I don't have Adobe Premiere open. Probably some kind of, I don't know, some sort of memory issue. I have no idea what the hell's going on. But hey, doesn't take long to boot the computer. I even have 64 megabytes of RAM on this puppy. So, I mean, that's pretty good shit. But unfortunately, it's not cooperating. It's crazy, though. You know, it doesn't really do it on our live streams much either, because it's only when we're using Adobe Premiere and then it's causing some sort of a conflict of some sort and problems. So look at right there, that's weird. Yeah, no, all you have to do is I'm still on the same stream, you know. It's just that I got disconnected twice because of Adobe Premiere. Okay, and it's done it on my live streams normal a couple times, but normally it doesn't do that because I don't have Adobe Premiere open all the time. What are you talking about, Jules? No, I've had this happen on my 3 times on live streams using Adobe Premiere. It's going to be him, like maybe a sidekick. Are you talking about the that the husband just left just prior to that? Yeah, I mean it's pretty interesting. I mean, it doesn't sound like they were having any problems though. Nobody's come forward with any of that. Can you guys hear me now? Okay, because nobody's responding to anything that I'm saying. Yeah, so what I was showing you a minute ago is that car right there is coming out of that right here. So it must have, at one point, you know, who knows if you know, went this way and then must have driven by once before. And then what we see on video is, well, actually we see it just coming in the first time. So it turns here, and so there's the surveillance footage, and that first time we hear it going, it drives by, and then right around in this area, It turns around and then comes back, parks right there. The person gets out of the driver's side. So this person's driving the vehicle, probably a one-man operation. Runs or walks slowly over here. She says good morning as the person's getting out of the vehicle. Then he says a couple things over here. So, man, if they could really hear what that was being said, they'd have a very good clue. There was no cars here. There's a running treadmill right there. He comes up there, shoots her 3 times in the upper body. She falls to the ground. Then he goes over and does the finishing headshot. And then runs back to the vehicle, which is parked right here. And then it drives off. And then you see that from a surveillance camera that I would think would either be, at this house right here, or, it's most likely that house. Because that house, let's see. Let me, let's just play. I can open up the video, so that'll work. Let me open up the video. The one that I made for you guys. So from that angle, that means this tree right here is just adjacent to where the camera is. And so that would be, if you turned around, I think that's probably that tree. So it is that house right there where that camera is coming from. Now I guess it could be. Let me just make sure. So that's the driveway. We're right in front of it. And probably, so 1 driveway, 2 driveways. It would be the 3rd driveway over. So that's it. It'd be 1, 2. Yeah, I think it's up in that one. I think I can see the camera right there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I see it right there. And then there's another camera facing that direction. I can even see the black part of the lens right there, and that makes sense. Okay. Okay, cool if it was there the night before. Who cares? I mean, this is obviously a hit, right? Somebody went there. You can't really call it an assassination because she's not like a famous person or something like that. What I'm saying is that it was an execution is what it was, right? Like the person went there to specifically kill her. Was it a hired hit? I don't know. But this is the house right here. There was a camera, a Ring doorbell camera, probably just on the door, filming out. Let me open up the video again. Go back to. All right, so let's just make sure we got the right house and see if the house on the other side of the street has a sloping side like that. And there it is. Okay. And a white garage door and a little white thing right there. I don't see the little white thing right there, but there's the white garage door. Same color, looks like similar bricks. It's also, this is from, let me tell you. This is from October 2019. When was that? Like June 2019? Let me see. January 25th.
Who killed Elizabeth Barraza? This is a question that has been haunting her family and friends for nearly 2 years now, ever since she was shot and killed right in her own driveway while setting up for a garage sale.
Tomball,
But
Texas.
Tonight, investigators hope releasing more surveillance video from that morning will help solve the case. And a warning, this new video is graphic. Here's Grace White.
It is frequently as fresh
But it's too graphic for us. They can watch it, but we don't get to. Yeah. I always hate when the news pretends like, oh, we're so much, you know, we can do it. You can't. All right, so you got right there, and that house there doesn't have, I don't think it's that. It doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, there you go. The person just walks up, casual. It's weird too because you can actually hear her hit the ground as well. You can actually hear her head hit the ground, unfortunately. You know, that's the sound of her head just boom on the ground, you know. And what an absolute monster. You know. Okay, so this is when it just drove by the house after coming off that other street that I showed you guys. And then right now it's probably turning around in the right here, and then coming not the sorry, the other way around. Drove that way and turned around. Got turned around on here. Anyways, let's get the right here. It drives by the house. So this is after it came off that side street, and then it turns around. So right then we're looking at it like this. So the car drove by after coming onto the street, drove around, it's driving by, then it probably just goes like this, turns around, parks right there. So there it is, driving by the first time, turns around, and then up in the over on the right you can see where the car is going to stop. Actually, it looks like I cut off the car part of it. And then he walks out of the car wearing like white cowboy boots and a long dress and some wig on. Says a couple things. You can actually hear his voice. And you can see the reflection up in that window there. I don't know if they have a much clearer version where they can get some information out of that. Of course, if you put that on the Delphi YouTubers, they'll zoom in on the window and see a clown and 3 dwarfs running around with them. Okay? Yeah, so I'm not going to pretend that I can see extra stuff. I can just tell you that there is a reflection of the front side of the shooter over there in that window. Now, if law enforcement has a better sample of it, what they would do, though, would zoom in on the window, and they'll tell you all these things that they can see. Okay, they'll tell you that they can see, you know, a pimple on his face, and perhaps that he was chewing tobacco. Maybe he had some sunglasses on. When you can't see anything like that at all because there's really very few pixels to work with. All right. So whenever you hear people that when they zoom in and start looking at pixels and telling you what they see, they're no different than the people who do EVP readings. Okay, they just tell you what they hear, and then of course after you hear it, they go, "Oh my God!" Very similar to the when you see a cloud that looks like a dog. Well, everybody knows it's not a dog, but by God, it sure looks like one. And if you tell somebody, look, there's a dog, there's the ears, there's the nose, look at that, the leg. Oh, yeah, I see it now. Oh, my God. That's the same thing as EVP readers. They're full of shit, okay? So do not ever watch an EVP channel if you really want some good information. Now, if there's somebody that's pretty perceptive and everything, and they're pretending to be EVP reading, well, they might be somebody like me. You know, I think I'm pretty perceptive when I'm looking at cases and following them. So they could be like me and then selling the EVP bullshit, okay? And so they sound totally reasonable, and so it's like, wow, they're onto something. But it had nothing to do with EVPs. They just make the things they hear match what they are telling you. All right, so I'll play this out all the way through for you guys who haven't seen it, and then I'll end the stream. All right. So here we go. It's about 7 minutes. Yeah, listen, if I'm doing a live stream and I'm using Adobe Premiere and it stops, you don't need to leave. I'll be back on in 3 minutes, okay? I don't know what the new deal is. Maybe it was one of the updates. Do not know, but it's freezing my entire computer. It's never happened without Adobe Premiere being open. And I have 64 gigabytes of RAM, too. So it's definitely not that. Well, it's been 2 years, so why can't he be engaged to somebody else?
Who killed Elizabeth Barraza? This is a question that has been haunting her family and friends for nearly 2 years now. Ever since
hey everybody,
if you're right in her own driveway
hold on a second.
While setting up for a garage sale. But tonight, Hey
everybody, according to Zozo, if you ever have a husband that's killed or a wife, you can never get married again because you'll be suspect. What are you saying, Clean Tooth? What does stop mean? Tell me what that means, Clean Tooth. Give me an idea. I have no idea what that means. No, there's 4 shots. 3 to the upper body, and then 1 walked over, shot in the head. No, I'm just waiting I want to know what Clean Tooth means by stop. I have at the beginning of my show, I say, here, let me show you what I said at the beginning of the show, okay? I'm going to do it again. And there goes my stomach. All right, so here it is. This video contains subject matter that may be offensive and disturbing to some people. If you are the type to require a warning throughout a video or show, let this message serve as your warning. This channel discusses the harsh reality of true crime. If this warning is not sufficient for you, consider a different genre and unsubscribe from my channel immediately. Exactly. Okay. Right. So if you can't deal with it, here's the deal. True crime is bad and crappy, and bad things are happening. All right. Now, if you can't handle it, don't follow the genre. Okay. Watch like the fishing channel, or analyzing cartoons from the 60s, something like that. This channel that I was going to put out when we have information, and if you can't deal with it, don't watch it. All right. I tell you very clearly. And, as a matter of fact, if you're one of the people that's always really emotional and you say stuff like, oh, God, I couldn't sleep for 3 days thinking about this case. Do not immediately remove yourself from the true crime genre, okay? Because you can't handle it. All right? If cases affect you that dramatically, then you need to get the hell out, okay? I'm being totally honest with you right now. Only do true crime if you have the ability to listen, watch, figure out what the hell's going on, read your own stuff, and be okay with it. All right? I have no idea what that means, LM. You're always very confusing to me. Right. So listen, I'm telling you, if you're one of those people that constantly goes to Facebook and goes, oh, God, man, I haven't slept in days. At night I get chills thinking about this. Because you're trying to impress your friends on how much more you care than everybody else. Well, get out of the genre, okay? Get out of it. Because you're not helping anything. I'm sure she was found pretty quick. Yeah. You know, the gunshots probably even woke some people up. Yeah, I'll probably be back on later. So this is just playing the same thing over 4 times, but edited differently. I don't know why they didn't release the image and the absolute. Well, I think the type of truck's been out for a while, but it seems like right away, if people could have seen that truck, and they might have went, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah." I mean, I'm stopping it for a second. I guess it could be that they didn't want to have the killer know that their car was that clearly seen, and they wanted to do some investigation first. But it's been 2 years, so it seems like they could have put that out a year ago. They didn't want the person to drive away. Kind of surprised this one isn't solved either. See, this one is similar. You know, it's like Delphi, Missy Beavers, and this one. You know, Missy Beavers is closer to this one. In this case, you have somebody wearing a costume, and you actually see the shooting. You see the vehicle. You actually can hear his voice slightly. I mean, maybe they can have a better enhanced version of it. No, it's 100% a man. We've already gone over that. You can even hear his voice. So there's a car driving by. And it just was making sure she was there. Thanks, LM. Even though I didn't understand what you were saying. Yes, people can pray, you know, like if you want to pray for victims and so forth. But if you're really in your bed at night, you know, where you can't sleep over cases. Man, when I go to sleep, I barely think of the cases at all. Maybe the other night with the LaSalle Street murders we went over, because there was so much detail, I was kind of thinking of different scenarios, but I'm not like freaking out or anything. I'm just thinking about it. So this is side by side, synced up by the time. And it was all synced up by the flash of the gun and the audio of the bullet. And the audio from this camera, it would be almost instantaneous to when it was fired, okay, because it's right there. So you can line it up with the flash and you're going to be very close. And that's what I did. And I lined it up to the 4th shot because that one was a single shot by itself. But yes, everybody, hit that subscribe button if you like real true crime, where you're literally covering cases and you're not trying to hide stuff, and you don't try to come up with crazy, stupid ass theories, and you just look at things for the way they are. All right, awesome. This was early in the morning.
News: the woman who was gunned down outside her home in Tomball has died from her wounds. Home surveillance video outside her home.
See, that's actually a shot that we don't have. I don't have that one. See, this is the car driving by. You know that shot that we have of it driving by from the house? That's exactly what this is. I'm not going to turn the bots on. It's right there. So that's it driving by the first time. I don't have that video. I guess
gunned down
right
outside
there,
her home in Tomball has died from her wounds. Home surveillance video shows Elizabeth Barraza setting up a garage sale at a house on
See, that's clearer than what I have.
Cedar Walk. Then another woman comes up to her. What happens in the next few moments is too graphic for us to show you.
Yeah, it's too graphic, everybody. Okay, so they get to watch it, but you don't get to.
But the woman pulls out a gun, shoots Barraza twice, then she stands above her.
Well, no, you didn't watch it yourself because she was shot 3 times, then shot once.
Her victim and shoots again. If you recognize the shooter, please call the sheriff's office.
Wow, so even this guy didn't watch it. Whew, wow, amazing. Yeah, so it happened at 6:50 a.m. right there. See? I think the RS dipshit isn't here anymore. You know, he's out. And here's the thing. Here's the thing, everybody. Police released the audio of the gunshots, all right? And they released the video of the shooting. So this one, I don't show the shooting close up, but I have another video where it zooms in. So this is the person running back to the, or I think in the car at this point. Now see, they went around, here it is. This is them walking right in front of the, you can actually see that perfectly, watch. They get out of the driver's side, can you guys see that there? They get out of the driver's side and then walk right in front of the lights. She says, "Good morning." Right then, right when the person gets out of the car, she says, "Good morning." Good morning, right there. And then I wonder what was said right there. There was another sound. Something like, whoop, something. You know, it's hard to make that out. And then he walks over there. And then he shoots her, but I didn't put that on there. But look at right there. What is that right there? I don't know if that's just an artifact. It almost kind of looks like smoke or something, but how could smoke get all the way over there that fast? Might just be an artifact on the camera. So he gets in the car, and then boom. And so the other camera must have also picked up when the car drove by the first time. So this one, is mildly interesting because it has both sides. Like right now the car drives by, and then the other video I have starts in a minute here. So that's why it's not on the screen yet. But you can kind of, everything's synced up. I don't know if the gunpowder could get there that quick. It was like it was there so fast. I mean, look how far away that is from the door. It can't be. Yeah. I mean, the door is way back in there. I mean, it's interesting, though, because, you know, maybe a bullet actually went through her and hit the bricks and created something. Like some kind of a mist of... I mean, I don't know. Because it really showed up too quick. Good morning, she says. What? Maybe? I don't know. You can definitely hear his voice too. So let's look at this and then look at and time the gunshots with this little whatever that is up there. See, there's no way that could have happened unless the bullet actually hit above the... And that's what it kind of looks like to me. A bullet hit right above the door there, the house, and missed from the bricks. Like it kind of got powdery and then fell down. Because watch how it's like right at that time. And that does look like something. I mean, see that? That can't be an artifact. You guys see what I'm looking at on the left there? Because it's right after that first shot. Watch. That's interesting. I think that is what that is. It's almost like a bullet passed through, maybe ricocheted out of her body and then hit above. Yeah, that's him. We've already talked about the reflection on the long view. Yeah, if they have a clear version, it'll mean something. See way back here? There's a reflection. You can actually see the shooter talking to her. Now, if they have a clear version of see, and then right there, the person runs away. So the person is on that reflection. Now, the quality of that will be so low because of the distance and the type of camera. Law enforcement might have a better quality version, and they might be able to get something off of that. But anyways, it's weird on the screen, because watch when I scrub quickly. It really looks like there's something that got hit above and sort of made sort of a dust sound. Let me check something real quick. Because the street view here is from 9 months later. Wouldn't it be interesting if there was an obvious... Yeah, but the problem is that would have had to have hit over here somewhere. Yeah, so he's shooting, boom, boom, and a bullet maybe hit over there, and then some dust from it came down in front of the camera. So that's just what I'm thinking. I think that definitely looks like something that was created by the first shot. It's not a... it could be an artifact, doesn't seem to be. See right there. And that means it's coming from... There's like this little underhang right there. Looks like that's a wind chime or something. And there's the white overhang that we were just looking at. So the bullet may have hit...
News: the woman who was gunned down outside her home in Tomball has died from her wounds. Home surveillance video shows Elizabeth Barraza setting up a garage sale at a house.
Yeah, so it happened at 6:50 a.m. An unknown person in a dark colored truck pulled up, exited the vehicle, and walked up to Barraza's driveway. Now, those are the older articles. We have the newer ones.
Ever since she was shot and killed right in her own driveway while setting up for a garage sale. But tonight, investigators hope releasing more surveillance video from that morning will help solve the case. And a warning, this new video is graphic. Here's Grace White.
It is frequently as fresh and painful as it was 2 years ago.
Not a day goes by this dad doesn't think about his daughter.
I miss being able to pick up the phone and call her.
2 years later, new home surveillance video shows 29-year-old Elizabeth Barraza's murder from her front porch. It was January 25th, his murder from her front porch.
Let me see it. See? Happened again.
It was January 25th, 2019, 6:53 in the morning. Barraza was setting up for a garage sale in the driveway of her Tomball home when she was shot to death by a killer in what appears to...
Yeah, it wouldn't matter if she advertised, this is a hit, okay? So, I mean, unless it's a serial killer that gets his jollies just doing the shooting. They didn't steal anything. They didn't take anything. They went right up to her, shot her 3 times in the chest, and then made sure with a kill shot. So, no matter how you look at it, whoever that person is went there to intentionally kill her. It was a, definitely, I don't know if it was a hitman or what it was, but whoever it was killed her, and that was the whole purpose of them being there. They weren't there to steal anything. There'd be having an ad in the paper. I'm sure she had one, but it had nothing to do with the shooting. You know, it could have been that maybe the person who wanted to kill her, if it has nothing to do with the husband, then it could have said, "Oh wow, the person I want to kill is having a garage sale. I'll get there early," and maybe. But it sounds like the person had some sort of knowledge, but they were definitely there to kill her that day. There's no other explanation. The person was wearing an outfit. I'm sure that car isn't even owned by the shooter. I'd be absolutely shocked if that car is owned by the shooter. And there's probably multiple trucks like that. And so the person, used somebody else's car, hell, maybe even rented it, who the hell knows, got out of it wearing an outfit. If you're going to wear a disguise, you probably wouldn't drive your own car in general. This day and age. Maybe back in the 70s you would, because there was no surveillance cameras.
To be a disguise.
Everybody's interested in dramas and cop shows. Well, we're giving you straight up a murder video that you can study and watch.
Harris County Sheriff's Detective Wallace Wyatt says the video also shows a new view of the killer's truck, similar to this one, a black 4-door Nissan Frontier with a Pro 4X sticker. In the video, Barraza says good morning to her killer. There's a brief exchange of muffled words, then the shooting.
You see Liz in the video notice the gun and she jumps, scares her. I think Liz then may have known that person.
The truck was seen in the neighborhood the night before.
And I noticed that too in times past when I've been going over the video, how she steps backwards. See, watch right when she gets there. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of small, but watch. Now watch this. But see, I think she stepped back, not because of that, is because right here, a gun comes out. See, the right arm is up. You can barely see it. I wish I could open up I feel nervous opening up Adobe Premiere again. Here's what I'll do. I'll try it again, everybody. If it gets disconnected, we'll just call it a day. All right. But I'm gonna close down Google Earth, and I'm gonna close this one down, and then I'm gonna open up Adobe Premiere, and let's give it a shot, okay? So if I don't come back on, be safe out there, everybody. But I'm going to try to do this. Yeah, it's stepping back from the gun. I don't think it's because she knew. It could be that she knew him. Because, normally when somebody kills like that, there's some kind of vendetta. I mean, the guy said something. What was those words that were said? So it's almost like she knew what was coming. A contract killer or somebody that was just going to kill, why wouldn't they just walk up and just shoot her? Why would there be any kind of a conversation of any kind? Yeah, I'll probably be back on later. Alright, so good luck. Wish me luck, everybody. Okay, this is the one with the audio boosted. I showed you guys earlier how crazy that was. For those of you just showing up again, I'll show you really quickly again what we're doing right now. Alright. Oh, I can recover that. Actually, I don't need that. It's this one. Alright, you see this audio right there? See how there's nothing in that frame right there? You can see these little notches here where there's some audios and sounds and whatnot. But watch what happens if you select that area and you amplify it by, let's say, 35. I'll do 40 actually. Oh look, there's crap in there. There was stuff sitting in that space. So let me see if there's anything here. That's interesting. All right, so that's what I did over here. Let me try to export this as a WAV file so I don't lose as much. Oops.
News: the woman who was gunned down outside her home in Tomball has died from her wounds. Home surveillance video shows Elizabeth Barraza setting up a garage sale at a house.
Right there, I think that's the one I just did. Okay, good. This one's stereo. Let me save that. Both were stereo, but that one was mono. This is, well, they're both, the other one wasn't mono coming out of one side. It was stereo mono. I don't know if you call it that or not, but this one actually comes out of, is exactly what I was given, and it is a WAV file. So this should be a better quality. So let's see. See, that's weird how that car has it's doing the sort of the engine rev sound. At least it seems like that. I don't know how here's the thing too. I don't know if this audio is directly from the camera either. So I know that there is audio from the camera, but was it recorded externally or something? I don't know. Yeah, Sikatya's like, oh my god, the EVP. Maybe she's got like a little radio playing or something. See, good morning. That's actually from the audio. That might be off a little bit on that one. Let's see. Oh yeah. That's the audio I just put in there. Let me see. I think that's going to be good. Yeah. So that is that one, and then I'm nervous. So be safe out there, everybody, if this gets disconnected. All right, I'm going to do this part right here. Come on, just let me do it. All right, so now this will be a close-up this time. So we'll start it right back here again. This has the original audio, not the boosted audio. You can definitely hear his voice. You can definitely hear it. No doubt about it. There's a car driving by. He goes over, turns around. Then it's going to come back and park. And then I'm only going to show the long shot, but I'm going to zoom in on this one. So it starts off wide. No, maybe that's audio coming from the car or the guy. I don't know. I'd love to have the original video. The guy's voice. But there you go. And the car's going to drive by. Yeah, the shooter drove. I've already explained that. No, it doesn't walk like a woman at all. It walks like a guy. That's what everyone else noticed. Man. Jesus. Let's see. Look at it. It's a guy, everybody. All right? It's not a woman. We've already heard her voice. It's a wig on the head. The person moves like a guy when he makes the kill shot, and then walks away like a total. There's no doubt that that's a man. Okay, it's not a woman. So let's not keep having the debate. Let's move forward now. Okay, and to be honest with you, no matter what you try to tell me at this point, it's not going to be a girl. All right. It's like 99.99999. Now, if you want to argue that other 0.0001, go ahead and do it. But don't do it here, because that's a guy. Right. It's obviously a disguise, and it. Watch how he does the kill shot. Girls don't do this. At the way, especially the way he walks over there. What are you talking about, Cotton? Jesus. Why hasn't law enforcement released what Elizabeth was handed? She wasn't handed anything. Okay? Do you understand that? She wasn't handed a damn thing. The guy pulled out a gun. Watch. It's right here. I'm going to do it in slow-mo. See that? Right there, holding a gun. Oh, it's not moving. Yeah, so he has a gun on her, and she jumps back. See? Like right there's a gun in the hand. She steps back. The gun was probably aimed up in the air, then pointed right at her, and then boom. There's nobody handing anybody anything. Who comes up with crap like that? Man. No, because the killer didn't hand her an object, cotton candy. Go sell your bullshit somewhere else, all right? My God. What a ridiculous comment. Oh, yeah, he hands her something. And then he shoots her, and then he walks away. Give me a break. I think it looks like right-handed to me. Because when he pulls out the gun the first time, see the left arm is still dangling right here? That's the left arm. And right now, they already has the gun out. And then still looks like, I don't know if they reach for, yeah, the left arm is reaching out too. And then boom. Use two hands to shoot. So maybe that wasn't the, hold on. Handed or something. Oh, God. Yeah. Runs like a guy, walks, everything. Almost like the wig, almost like he was going to take the wig off right at the end there. Really obvious stuff. So, all right, everybody. That is all I've got for you guys. I can't really analyze it anymore. There's two different reflection points. There's one right here where you can see the car further, but who cares? I mean, that doesn't mean anything. When you watch this one, there's a reflection up here that if the police have a much clearer version, they might be able to get some information from it, but I doubt it. It's going to be too blurry, too few pixels. Look how small that is. That's probably like 50 pixels total. Right. So thank you guys all for showing up. Hope you having a thought it was interesting at least. And for those of you who get too offended when you see something, you shouldn't watch any true crime at all. Okay, go do basket weaving or knitting classes, something like that. Okay, it shouldn't be something that you follow though. I've already put 14 warnings on there. I'm sure it should be a video where you have to click on a warning. That wouldn't surprise me. All right. Well, thank you guys very much. Thank you. I'll just do it normally. To Brian Joe, Indigo Eyes, Chrissy again, One Sly Angel, Mag. Thank you very much. Krabby Patty, Allie Kate, Chrissy, Sharon Beezer, Chrissy, Kit Kat, Juju Positive. Thank you. Holly Evans, Cherokee Girl 45, LM, and let's see, I don't know if that's Miss L. Rodriguez 58, Michelle Nicholas, Chrissy, and Katya. Thank you. Yeah, I'm surprised this one isn't solved. Yeah, I know Pitbull Sleuth. Okay, I'm sure you're very good at what you do, but obviously you suck at it, okay? No, what I am is just a normal person. Now, you think it's called arrogant, but here's what I don't want. I don't want people who get too overly offended on cases to watch my channel, okay, idiot? So you go watch your show, do whatever the hell you want to do, and have fun doing it, okay? I'm just telling you how it is because I get a lot of whiners, people just like you, that show up to my channel, and I'm just letting you know that you don't need to watch mine, okay? Because you sound like one of the people that get a little too triggered when you watch something. So don't pretend that you're a sleuth, okay? Hey, everybody, watch my channel. I'm going to make a dumbass comment, so Gray will, give me a break. Idiot. Jesus. Yeah, it's pretty clear. It's just shapes when you zoom in, all right? So thank you guys very much. We'll see you guys a little bit later. All right? And as I always say, everybody, until next time, be safe out there. Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person that is a crime dissector.
Wow, that guy was really mean. That guy was really mean, Greg.
Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector, nectar. Who's gonna give another lecture? Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a pup protector.
Full reflector, interceptor, and I'll mean a inspector
with a vector on his pector. With all respect, y'all, just remember I've a temper fucking check ya. I have no agenda, I'm no pretender, and I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender. Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. Alright, everybody?
Oh man, that was really interesting, but man, I got chills. I couldn't even sleep for the last 4 nights.
Well, then don't watch.
But I like the show. Gee, you're so mean. Whoa, did you see what that other guy said? The pitbull sleuth? God, he was so mean to you, Gray.
Oh, I didn't give a shit. He's one of those people that probably, or she, or whoever the hell that was, probably shouldn't be watching true crime.
Well, that's probably true. You're probably right about that. All right, Gray, have a great day, all right?
Hey, what about me?
Oh, jeez. You too, John Boy. Jeez.
Wow, these guys, I'll tell you what, those two they just never really get along. Alright? So thank you very much, everybody. Be safe out there. I'll let you guys chat for a while. Here we go. You can watch some of the freaks wearing the... Oh, make sure you wear your mask, maintain your social distancing, and wash your hands. I'm sure Pitbull Sleuth doesn't even believe in that shit. Probably thinks that the virus is a hoax. Right? Like a hoax of some sort. Let me get this the Cool Cats music playing for you guys. Got like 100 on there.
He was rocking the house, but that's not what the real was all about. Oh, look at Pitbull Sleuth. Oh, God. Pitbull. Goodbye. It was so fun having you here.
Yes, everybody. I was so arrogant, nobody wanted to make any comments. No, that's not what it was, idiot. What I was talking about were the people who can't sleep at night when they watch true crime. Okay, moron? So if you didn't understand that, I'm sorry. If you can't sleep at night watching, being interested in true crime, and you have chills all day long, you probably shouldn't follow it. That was absolutely true, all right? You're just one of the morons, trolls that show up to the channel often.
Anyways, thank you.
Anyways, thanks for all the new listeners here. Hope you don't mind that I just like to weed through the bullshit. I do read everybody, not everybody's comments, but when I read the comments, I listen to them and I think, okay, cool. Nobody's handing anybody anything in that video, okay? That's all I was saying. Nobody's handing anything in that video. And that's just where you start the conspiracy crap when people have to go, oh wow, what was handed? Oh my god, how come police haven't released what was handed? Because she wasn't handed anything. She was walked up to, a couple words said, then shot in 3 times in the front and then a 4th time in the face, in the head, okay? Really obvious stuff. Don't. Okay, cool. I guess it's possible he grabbed something too at the same time, but he didn't look like it. He shot her, right? He went up and shot her 3 times in the front. It was an execution. It wasn't a, hey, here's something I'm going to hand you and then I'm going to shoot you. How dumb would that be, too? Here's something I want you to read after I kill you. Yeah, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and then all videos. Okay, all, whatever it is, that's the one that turns dark. Here, I'll show you the one, where is that thing? Oh, look how dark everything is. Hold on a second. After I reboot, it does that. There, see? So right there, you hit the subscribe button. Then you hit the notification bell, then all, and then it makes that little look that looks like that, okay? Not awesome? Alright, cool. Yeah, so now after the show, make sure to comment what you guys think in the comment section, alright? So I am going to get out of here. I appreciate all of you guys showing up. And as I always say, everybody, until next time, be safe out there. Oh my god. Blue's growling. Be safe out there. Oh, thanks, J. Case at the buzzer. Thanks, buddy. Here, read this. Oh, what is this? A recipe for meatballs? Thought you'd enjoy it. What the? Thanks. Yeah. All right, everybody. See you guys later. Thanks a lot, Jay.